Two of music's biggest stars just tied the knot, and there's no doubt that page 6 has every detail. See what I did there?
I did, and I love. The Voice's Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton surprised the world with a 4th of July weekend wedding. How patriotic.
US, hey! This is Hooked Up to Hitched, Gwen and Blake. The couple first met back in 2014 when our Holla Back girl joined NBC's The Voice as a singing coach alongside judges Adam Levine, Pharrell Williams, and her future beau, Blake.
It makes you wonder if Gwen had fallen for Pharrell instead. Their joint hat game would be truly insane.
While there was an instant on-air chemistry, our duo's relationship started out professional, as Stefani and Shelton were married to different people at the time.
The singers' flirty friendship grew until both stars ended up single in the summer of 2015. Shelton divorced his wife of 4 years in July, country diva Miranda Lambert.
And just 3 weeks later, Stefani ended her 13-year marriage to Gavin Rossdale, with whom she has 3 children.
The two leaned on each other during their mutual hard time, and years later, Shelton told Billboard that Stefani saved his life during his divorce. Quote, "Next thing I know, I wake up and she's all I care about, and I'm wondering if she feels the same about me."
Love was in the air, and speculation grew that Gwen and Blake were more than co-workers. But the couple remained secretive at first, telling Page 6 that any rumors about them dating were completely untrue. But
I think he's hot, don't you?
Heck yeah, Gwen! Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Yeehaw! Giddy up! Within a month, their courtship was confirmed, and the singers were spotted together at award shows, after parties, and spreading their PDA all over the internet.
From Christmas kisses to extravagant gifts. Yep, that's right. Blake got Gwen a horse. You know, just so she can stay a little bit on top of her writing.
The pair was inseparable, and that started to seep into their work. They first performed together on The Tonight Show, and then in a 2016 episode of The Voice, sang the duet Go Ahead and Break My Heart, which started out as a voice memo Gwen sent to Blake. By 2019, the thrill of Gwake's TV romance had faded, and everyone decided that they really should just get engaged already, especially Ellen.
So Mother's Day is coming up. I have something for you to give her, and I think,
Yes. I'm not about to give... Oh my God,
Look.
I don't know what's that.
yeah.
Oh, look at that.
A countdown clock to their proposal. You know what though? When Ellen tells you to do something, you better do it. I heard a couple rumors that she might have like a temper.
I for sure am not messing with Ellen.
Oh, she'll come for you.
While there was still no proposal by the time the world shut down due to COVID-19, our lovebirds embraced domestic life in quarantine. They hunkered down in Shelton's Oklahoma ranch and laid low just like the rest of us. Just kidding, they released a hit song together.
I was born with my feet in motion. Since I met you, I swear I could be happy anywhere.
But after that, they very relatably did what we all did about a month into the pandemic. Cut their own damn hair.
Hey, mullets are making a comeback.
You know, at the end of the day, we all just want someone to shave Vanilla Ice stripes into the side of our heads.
Real love. In October 2020, the couple announced their long-awaited engagement.
In a post on her Instagram, Stefani captioned, "Yes, please," as she showed off her massive new ring worth upwards of $500,000. Shelton also rushed to social media to proclaim, "I heard a yes."
Oh, Brian, did you see that ring? It is bananas.
No, Eileen, you don't have to do this.
Again, yes. I had to. Come on.
That ring is bananas.
It really is. After their announcement, the couple was dogged by the press with questions about the wedding date, but the pandemic cast uncertainty over any ceremony.
But on July 3rd, 2021, they became newlyweds at last. The ceremony was held at Shelton's Ranch in Oklahoma with about 40 guests, a string quartet, and of course, The Voice host Carson Daly officiating.
Stefani wore not one, but 2 custom Vera Wang gowns and eagerly posted a bevy of wedding photos to her social media to show off her looks and new husband.
It's a second time around love story for the ages. So let's break down why they work.
Okay, Brian, so give it to us. Why do you think that Blake and Gwen are gonna make it in the long run? Or do you?
I think it's a big deal that they both had relationships before this. This is a great second time around marriage, second chances. And, Gwen didn't have the easiest time with Gavin Rossdale. There's a lot of rumors about him cheating, maybe with the nanny. I think this is like, a long time coming for Gwen. And as handsome and insanely sexy as Gavin Rossdale is, Blake Shelton has that more like Red Meat America, sexy guy thing, more stable. And
hey, he was People Magazine's hottest man of the year, a controversial one at that. I'll leave my own personal take out of that, whether or not he deserved it, but he got it. So there's that. But because, many people would have thought, oh, they're such an odd couple. There's no way that this could work. But I think one of the reasons why maybe they weren't is because they established a friendship at first. They were coworkers, like you said, on The Voice, and had that kind of dynamic first before maybe taking it to a more romantic, sexual type of relationship. And not only that, but I think a lot of people might not know this, but Gwen Stefani is actually very faith-based. She grew up Catholic from an Italian family, and there are reports that she reconnected with her faith after everything that she went through with Gavin, that everything really helped her through that. So, and Blake, he built a chapel in his own Oklahoma ranch. So that should tell you whether or not he is also a strong believer.
And didn't she get her marriage annulled through the Catholic Church?
Yes, she did. So, it's not an easy task to do. They had to send it over to the Vatican in order to get annulled, her marriage with Gavin Rossdale. But, because there were allegedly some indiscretions in that marriage, obviously that got approved. And so she was able to have her dream wedding to Blake in their chapel.
That's right. It actually reminds me of this Post article that was written recently. It's called "Why Progressive Women Want to Date Men Who Act Conservative." Now, of course, we don't really know Blake and Gwen's political affiliations, but there's a great quote in the article. Gwen Stefani presumably has no doubt of these findings. On July 3rd, the pop star, who was raised in Blue State, California, wed country and Western star Blake Shelton, a native of Red State, Oklahoma, who is pro-gun and a famous gentleman. Shelton even asked Stefani's father for his blessing before proposing in the Catholic wedding chapel he built for his bride. So what I love about this is that I think people assume, because Gwen wears crazy fashion and she actually is a fashion designer and she used to be this pop punk princess, that, all rock stars are looking for the wild sex, drugs, and rock and roll lifestyle. But clearly she wants to settle down with a great guy, a great stepdad, and Blake Shelton built a freaking Catholic chapel on his property for her. I mean, that is devoted. That is crazy.
Say, there's a lesson out here for the ladies, and Gwen seems to have learned it in her 50s, which, by the way, she looks freaking amazing. But yeah, I guess at the end of the day, you don't want the bad boy. You want to marry the country sweetheart.
Which couple do you want to see go from hooked up to hitched next? Let us know. Good to see you, Eileen.
Good to see you. Bye.